My name's Ronald Sverdloff and I'm the founder of Lifestyle and Mobility. This happened through a very tragic incident, I'm sad to say, 30 years ago, November 1993. It happened one night when a cycling club that I was also the founder of was on a Beaujolais Nouveau relay cycle race back from the middle of France when they released the Beaujolais wine. We've been cycling just over 24 hours in the middle of the night. It was cold, frosty, the moon was full, the fields were glistening with ice, and unfortunately a lorry driver came up behind us and he was fast asleep in his 38-ton juggernaut. My dear friend Peter Hanlon lasted a few years, but he needed some assistance. Unfortunately, when Peter came out of Stoke Mandeville, I realised just how bad he was. He could not do anything for himself. He could just move his head a little bit, and he had a little bit of movement in one of his arms, and he couldn't clench his fingers together, but he could move the palm of his hand. Not knowing anything about mobility, I started to investigate what was on the market, and these sort of power chairs that he would have needed were astronomical at the time. So I found the base of a power chair, and I went to a breaker's yard and I managed to find a seat out of a Rover 3500 saloon car that was reclining, because he needed to be reclined to be pressure relieved. All this was new to me, and we got him on the road for a little bit, and when I took him out the first few times and I was passing friends and they were all saying, "How are you, Peter?" They were looking at me and not Peter, and I realised then that you had to look at the person talking to you, but Peter needed to look as well, and I had to consciously turn Peter as he couldn't turn himself, so he was involved with the conversation. I learnt that very quickly. And anyway, a company came to me and said we could do with something like you in Essex. I took the opportunity. I started a little back alleyway shop in Leigh-on-Sea, and I named it the Scooter Club, as this is how I started the company, on the basis I took 3-day trips for my customers once a month until I was stopped doing it by the ministry, as I didn't have the proper servicing facilities for the minibus. But for the few years I did it, it brought a lot of happiness to a lot of people. And I can remember one of my customers saying, "Ron, when you take me home tonight and the door closes, I have to wait a whole month until I hear the latch open and the door opens for you to come and collect me." And I felt pretty bad about that's all she had to live for. But yeah, that's what kept going for a few years. I can tell them one of the trips I took on the go-kart circuit, when all the young lads had kicked off, and I bought the mobility scooters on the starting grid. Aaron came to me in 2003 and said he'd like to join the company. So I said, "Fine, Aaron." And he first said to me, "We've got to diversify a little bit more into technical products, such as power chairs like Stephen Hawkins would use, and they are so difficult to build. It's not just like ordering a chair from a manufacturer. You have to measure every aspect of it, set it up properly." And Aaron knew this chap, Simon and Darren, and they were top specialists in the UK on this, and they taught us an awful lot. And slowly the company became known for these specialised products. And over the years, the team we had, Simon, Darren, myself, Alan and Aaron, drove the company forward. I'm now retired, but I'm so proud of the team we've got. We really do look after our people, and I'm proud to say that I know sometimes things go wrong. You'll always get a little hiccup here and there, but more than on balance, we are a brilliant outfit, and I'm proud to say I'm part of it.
Lifestyle and Mobility, your local mobility specialist.